The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Hey, welcome to the program. How are you? It is the Ron Van Dam Show. Thank you for being here. There are a lot of other places you can go to, but thanks for being here, and thanks for watching this wonderful channel. Yeah. Anyway. Again, through, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Ron Van Dam. I've been doing radio for 30 years, and once a week I come in here and do it here. Although on my radio show I do interviews, and I get a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, that you can't do, you know what I mean? So listen, if you want to, it's ronvandam.com, or you can go to newenglandbroadcasting.com. We're on the Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Pandora, iTunes, all that stuff with the thing and the TuneIn Radio and all the things with the platforms and the unplatforms and the things, and you're putting in your ear and you listen in your car and while you, we're everywhere. Anyway, so that's what I do. I'm a little out of sorts today. Can you tell? A little out of sorts because it's the summer. The summer's beginning, and it's starting to be 80 degrees, and I don't like to sweat. I'm sorry, I'm not into that. A friend of mine, and I use the term loosely. Whenever I say the word friend, I have to use air quotes because I'm not sure what that word means anymore. I have a couple of Facebook accounts, and they each have friends on them, but most of them I don't even know who they are. So they're friends with no benefits, and the no benefit is that I don't even know who they are, but that's also a benefit. So I guess that's friends with benefits. I really don't know. But, Facebook has bastardized the word friends, so I don't really know what it means anymore. So when I say friends, they are not only acquaintances, but they are also people that I never knew existed. But anyway, this guy, who is a friend of mine, air quotes again, because he's a friend, he's not a friend. He says to me, Ron, we'll have to plan a camping trip and perhaps go whitewater rafting or something. Are you into it? And I said, not only am I not into it, I can't even respond to that. I just, if you are a quote unquote friend of mine, you would have known I don't do that because there's no reason to camp out. There's no reason to camp out because I don't know if you've noticed, they invented something called hotel rooms, and you can actually stay in those things with air conditioning. Why would I want to sleep on the dewy grass with the mosquitoes and the bugs? I don't understand you. He says, well, Ron, I like to rough it. Yeah, I don't want to be rough with you. So, when I went to high school, I had to take high school wrestling, and I didn't want to rough that either. So let's just call it a day and have yourself a nice. And he says, Ron, have you ever been whitewater rafting? There is no color of water that I have rafted in. White, blue, purple. I don't raft. I don't even know what that is. He says, well, Ron, we get a kayak and we take the rapids. Okay. Glad you're enjoying yourself because you ain't never going to see me in a kayak. That's a double negative, by the way. You will never see me in a kayak, and I don't do rapids. I do slows and gentle flowing ponds, but I don't do rapids because at the end of every rapid, there's about a 200-foot drop waterfall. So no. I also don't do campfires. I am not into campfires at all because they burn just the front of my face and the back of my head is still cold. I don't do the campfires. I don't like to sit around burning wood with other human beings. It doesn't do much for me. I've evolved since the caveman away from that kind of thing. I don't enjoy sitting around with other men singing Kumbaya. I don't know what Kumbaya means, but it's probably something I don't want to know. He says, Ron, don't you like with the marshmallows and the s'mores? I said, I don't know what a s'more is, but some more of those I don't want. And I don't sit around campfires, sorry, and I don't take sticks that are lying in the woods that animals have probably peed on 100 times. And I don't go sticking caramelized sugar marshmallows at the end of a pea stick and stick them in the fire till carbon forms, and then I swallow it like some type of sword swallower with molten lava going down my throat. All of that doesn't sound good to me. So no. I interviewed on the show this week, on my show, not this one, I interviewed these two people, Eric Allen and Rendezvous. Isn't that funny? Rendezvous. It's not rendezvous. It's Rhonda, and her last name is VOO. Rendezvous. Oh, I'm getting it now. They were two really cool people. They live in Los Angeles. They're both designers, high-tech designers, fairly well off. They apparently have a home in Los Angeles that looks like a big spaceship or something. It's very high tech, very, very amazing. Like it's like awesome to look at this place and go into it. It's just sleek lines all over the place, really something. So what they decided to do, they decided to do the Airbnb thing, which means they rent out their extra rooms in the house in which they still live to complete and utter strangers and potential axe-murderers. So I interviewed them, and during the interview, and it sounded wonderful, and they were very nice people, really nice people, the kind of people you wouldn't mind having a conversation with. Like nice people. Not threatening, not nasty, not self-involved, just really, really nice people. So we had a nice conversation on the air, but I said to them, what the hell's wrong with you? Why would you open up your house to complete and utter strangers or other strangers? And their response was quite simple and yet very odd. They said, because we love people. Well, right there, we're parting company, because I can't fathom that you love people just because they're people. Okay, that's nice. I'm sure there are people on the planet that feel that way, but no, I'm sorry. I've met too many people that are not nice, and I cannot categorically say just because you're human, you are a pleasant person. I'm sorry, I can't do that. But they are under the auspices of that. They figure if someone wants to stay in their house, they must be nice people because they're human beings. And I said, have you had any, how long have you been doing this? By the way, they're Airbnb super hosts. I don't know what that means either. They leap over tall buildings. They wear Superman capes. I have no idea what they do. But they're very nice people. They're super hosts because they're just like reach this echelon. I guess they have various levels of Airbnb hosting to make it seem like very grade schoolish. Everybody's rating everybody with the what how did you rate the place that they stayed in? I give it 3. How did you rate the people that stayed in your house? So they were very nice again with 7. How do you rate the people in the Uber? I give them a 3-star. What did you Uber driver? I give them a 4-star. Stop rating people. So I said, have you ever over the past few years since you've been doing the Airbnb in your home, have there been ever been any problems? And their response was no, everybody has been really nice. Oh my God, where do you live? Los Angeles? Come on, man. Apparently they've had no problem with that. I expressed to them in the interview that I would have had a problem with it. I would not stay in somebody's home, and I certainly would not own the home and have a complete stranger stay in the next room. They could be doing drugs. They could be having illicit sexual performances in various locations. I can't. I mean, maybe there's some kind of weird fetish that's being performed in the room. I can't do it. No one will stay in my house if I don't know them. And even if I do, that's still not an option. So Airbnb, my ass, no way. And then he said, Ron, would you ever stay in an Airbnb? And I said, well, again, they did invent hotel rooms, and there's no reason to stay with a stranger. He said, well, Ron, in a hotel room, you're staying in a building with 500 other people sometimes. And I said, yes, but it's not in their home. You know, when's the last time you walked into a hotel and the desk clerk tried to take your arm off with a buzzsaw? It doesn't happen. But if you stay in somebody's home, it could. I could not sleep in somebody's home who I didn't know with both eyes closed, which means one eye is always going to be awake, and that's virtually impossible to sleep that way. So no. I have the same problem with Ubers. Can't do Ubers. I cannot get into a stranger's car. My parents told me when I was growing up, don't talk to strangers. I said, I don't even talk to anybody I know, much less strangers. I said, well, don't get in a stranger's car ever under any circumstances. Fast forward, they have Ubers now. Well, Ron, you lived in New York City. You got in taxi cabs. Yes, licensed cab drivers, licensed by the Taxi Cab Corporation of America and by the city of New York. That's okay. Getting in a stranger's car and then the locks go down when they step on the gas, they're taking me under a bridge and they're going to have their way with me. And I'll tell you something, that can be pleasant for them. So no, and I'm sorry about that last comment, that was stupid. So no, I will not get into a stranger's car. And just because you stick a little oval sticker in the back window that says Uber doesn't mean now you're official. Would I ever be an Uber driver? Seriously? No. I don't want strangers in my car. I don't know what they're doing back there. I don't know where they've been sitting. Maybe they have some kind of incontinent problems. Maybe they can't hold their bladder. Don't sit in my car. Get out of here and don't lie in one of my beds in my house. What are you talking about? I can't. I don't know. If I were an Uber driver and somebody were going to get in my car, they would have to sign a lot of legal documents before they could get in there. And go through many blood tests and drug tests just to stay in my house or get in my car. I can't believe it's a business for people to have people stay in their house and to ride in their car. Complete and utter strangers. I can't figure that out. But it's done, and there you have. So, as Shakespeare said in the play Hamlet, to Airbnb or not B&B? That is the question. I've answered the question for myself. I do not presuppose that my comments and my feelings and ways and reactions have anything to do with any other people. They are solely an expression of what I have learned through my lifetime. This is what you do when you get older, because you've been through all this stuff, you see. Younger people, adorable. To me, they're still in diapers because they haven't had life experiences yet. They've never been married. Maybe they fell in love, for their first love when they were like 16 years old. We've all been there. Yeah, okay. They're out of the house for the first time. They go to college. They live in a dormitory with other drug users. It's just, they are so unaware. They don't know how to do anything. It's amazing that they can even tie their shoes. It's a process. It's a life process. And your parents can tell you 1,000 different things. And older adults can give you advice until they're blue in the face, which would make them members of Blue Man Group, by the way. It doesn't make any difference. You have to go through the experience yourself to learn your lesson and to learn what to do next time around. I believe it was Barack Obama, who I believe was president, not according to Trump, but whatever. Apparently, Barack Obama, they're all teachable moments. Everything you do is a teachable moment. Take something away from everything. And that's how you grow, and that's how you mature, and that's how you experience. Kids can't do that. Kids can't do that until they're old enough to go through that stuff. I think I told you on last week's show, my father said one thing to me. Well, he said a lot of things to me, but the one thing that I remember is that life is a series of speed bumps, and they're going to be there. It's not the speed bumps, it's how you maneuver the speed bumps, how you go over them. You will get to the other side. But are you going to ruin the chassis of the car? Or are you slowly going to maneuver the situation? So, that made sense. Still makes sense. So as I get older, you see, I become a little more set in my ways and I have more opinions than most because I've been through stuff. I am the wise man. They come unto me like I've come down from the mountain or something. Oh, Ron, Mr. Van Dam, oh, wise one, how would you handle this situation? Come here, my child, and I shall lead you. And that's my Airbnb conversation. Fine. I am still being stalked. Did you hear about this? Yep. My postal carrier, is that what you call them? My mail person, my female person, my letter carrier. I don't know what you call these people, but they're wonderful. They're all wonderful. They're all nice people. I've never met a letter carrier that I didn't like. Anyway, I get junk mail. I get so much junk mail that I just get junk mail pretty much. It's amazing. And most of it is unfortunately from charities who will not leave me alone. They will not leave me alone. They ask me to donate, and once you do, they will be on your butt until the day you die. They will not leave you alone. Well, thank you for your donation. How about doing it again? I just did it a month ago. I know. How about if you sign up for our donation payment plan, we'll just take your donation right out of your checking account every month. How's that do that? How would you like that? No, don't do that. I'll give you a free tote bag. Do you like a tote bag? Do you want to have a bag that you can tote things in? Do you have things to put in a bag of tote? Do you tote things around? We got a bag for it. It's wonderful. No, I don't want a tote bag. How about one of those little water thermos things? Keeps the water cold. You're walking around, you can put it in the tote bag too. Would you like one of those? No, I don't want anything from you. Stop bothering me. I'll contribute when I can and when I feel like it. No, we're going to pound the hell out of you until you pay us more. But I did something nice. I donated some money. Yeah, that was your problem. That's your fault. Now you're you got to do more. Then they have matching funds. If you donate $10, we know somebody that will donate $10 too. And then your donation will be worth $20. Oh, whoa. Thank you. What does that mean? Nothing. Look, most of the donations that I do are for animals because I love animals, all animals except for bugs, but otherwise I love them. They cannot do anything for themselves. I feel bad for them. People, I don't feel bad for them so much because they can do things. I feel bad for the children's situation, where the starving children or the March of Dimes, man. It's a great organization. They do incredible stuff. Leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Every single month, they send me an envelope with dimes in it. Sometimes it's 1 dime, sometimes it's 5 dimes, sometimes there are quarters involved. They're sending me money in the mail, and then they're asking me to donate. Excuse me, wait a minute. You're sending me money, and in that envelope, you're asking me to send you money. Here's a step that we can all save. Stop sending me money, and then consider it from me. Stop sending it to me. Cut out the middleman. Stop it. Stop it. And as I've said on the show before, they do that in order to make you feel guilty. They are trying to manipulate you into giving. That's what they're doing. I'm going to give you 50 cents. Now I want you to send me back $50. Why? Why didn't you just keep the 50 cents? You take the 50 cents you're sending to like 50 million people in the country, you could have made yourself a nice donation. Why should I donate to your organization where the money that I donate to you, you turn around and you send it out to people in the mail? What are you doing? And I actually said I had a guest on the show about a year ago now. It was a representative from the March of Dimes, and I took the opportunity to ask them this question, and I said to them directly during the interview, why do you send dimes to people in the mail and then ask for them for money when you sent money to them? What is that? And the March of Dimes vice president of the Dimes, I think, he responded by saying, well, it works. When we send the money out to people, we get it back like tenfold. Do you really? Yes, it's a very successful marketing campaign. Really? Well, it's not successful with me because it makes no sense. If people feel guilty that you're sending them money and they donate accordingly and it works for you, that's fine. Stop doing it to me. Did they heed my warning? No. I'm getting more money now from the March of Dimes than I am from Social Security. I'm telling you. It's odd. I am retiring on the money that they're sending me from the March of Dimes in their marketing. It's crazy. That's an exaggeration. Of course I'm not. It's just not right. It's just not right. So many things that aren't right. I'm not calling them stupid, but I am noticing that people are getting stupider. Or more stupid. I think I sounded stupid by saying stupider, but I think the correct, I think it's more stupid. I am meeting a lot of stupid people these days. It's not like, Ron, this is Mary. She's stupid. Say hello. Hi, Mary. So you're stupid. Yes, I am. Ron, I can introduce you to more stupid people because I know you like to meet stupid people. This is Bobby. Bobby's stupid. Hey, hi, Bobby. Hi, I'm Bobby. I'm stupid. Good to meet you, Bobby. You're not the only one. I can't remember this girl's name. It was a strange name like Rodella or something, or Rondella. I don't know what it was. I don't remember where I met her. It was some kind of organization meeting or something. And we're talking and we're looking, and there was a painting on the wall, some kind of art gallery thing. The painting on the wall, and I said, that's very, very nice. She says, yes, I love the sunset. And I said, well, that's great. Says, yes, I love it when the sun goes down at the end of the day behind the trees. I love the patterns that the sun makes through the leaves as the sun is going down. I said, well, then you must love sunrise. And she said, yes, I love when the sun comes up over the horizon and it slowly creeps up into the sky. And I said, you do realize now that the sun is not really like rising and setting on the other side. You do realize the sun doesn't do it. She said, oh, yes, it does. It comes up from the east and it sets in the west. I said, yeah, I understand that. But that's the illusion because the earth is spinning, you see. The sun don't go nowhere. That's recognizable. It's always there. She said, even on cloudy days? I said, oh boy, here we go. Yeah, even on cloudy days. Oh, man. I said, the earth is turning. And that's the problem. It's not a problem, but the earth is turning. The problem is you think that the sun is moving, but it's not. I mean, you probably think that the earth is flat. And she said, yeah, well, it could be flat, I guess. So, okay, you're a Trump supporter. Anyway, yeah, that's just stupid. It's just plain stupid. There are people that actually believe that dinosaurs and human beings existed on the planet at the same time, when indeed, hope you knew this, but when indeed there were millions of years between those two entities, humans and dinosaurs were never on the planet at the same time. The Flintstones cartoon was not a documentary film. Some people point out, and they say, well, in the Flintstones, there were humans, cave people. They lived in a cave with nice furniture, and they had cars that you had to manipulate with your feet and your legs, and they used dinosaurs in construction sites, and some of them had little dinosaur pets. I said, no, that's not what happened. Did you see Jurassic Park? Have you ever seen a series of films that have the same plot every single time and are well over 2 hours apiece? This girl, whose name began with an R, Rodella or whatever, the same one with the sunset, she actually thought that was possible. What's possible about Jurassic Park? Well, I mean, there was a time when humans and dinosaurs did coexist, and that's, oh my God, stop it. Just stop it, Rodella, or whatever your name is. It's not that there would be a zombie apocalypse. It's not that we would be invaded by these zombies, these dead people walking around with tattered clothes, although that's the way teenagers dress now. It's hard to tell the two apart. Ripped jeans, zombies with ripped clothes, same thing. It's the zombie look. It's not the zombie apocalypse that frightens me. It's the people that believe that that's possible and are living on the planet right now, and not the zombies. I'm talking about the stupid people. There has been a report that the U.S. government actually is planning, just in case if there's a zombie apocalypse, how to handle the zombies. I don't believe that is true. Somebody playing telephone, like, did you hear this? Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, hey, Betty told me. Oh, really? I heard that. Betty told me that. Frank told me that. Stop it. Just stop it. I think I'm out of time. I'll be back again next week with a brand new television program. You can listen to my radio shows and podcasts by going to newenglandbroadcasting.com or Googling ronvandam.com. You'll find us everywhere, but not probably here. Until then, I wish you peace.